the Boston Celtics, they just lost to the Orlando Magic, and they lost the other night too. It's a trend I'm starting to see with Boston. I'm starting to see them not move the basketball. I'm seeing them going a lot of one-on-one. Jason Tatum, a lot of one-on-one. A lot of one-on-one from Terry Rozier. A lot of one-on-one from Kyrie. And, Jaylen Brown. See, these guys are still young. This is a young core, right? So, and with a lot of talent. And I know a lot of people saying that they're going to go to the NBA Finals. They got them winning the East. They came out that first game against the 76ers. They won that game handily. But they did the same thing in that game. In that game, they did a lot of one-on-one play, especially Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And, Brad Stevenson has to be very, very careful with this young group. He has to rein them in and make them play team basketball because they are deep in every position, too deep. Some of these guys that are coming off the bench, like Terry Rozier, the Morris twin, and other guys like that, some of those guys can start for other teams. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Smart, they can start for other teams. And, I know Terry Rozier did not take the contract that the Boston Celtics was, presented to him. Kyrie Irving said he was going to come back. Jason Tatum had success last year. Jaylen Brown had success. All those guys had success when Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward was hurt. So those guys made a good push into the playoffs. All those young guys got a lot of exposure, a lot of experience. They came back this year, and you got a lot of guys that are young and hungry and wants to display their skills. Like a Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, those guys are, early 20s. You know what I'm saying? But Kyrie Irving, he's only like 26 himself, so he's not old. And Gordon Hayward was like 26, so those guys are not old. And you know what I'm saying? These guys want to, show their talents. Jason Tatum, because of the injury to Gordon Hayward and to Kyrie Irving, he was able to get a lot of minutes last year. So his timeline kind of sped up. Because if Gordon Hayward was healthy, he wouldn't have got a lot of those minutes last year. He would have been getting spot minutes. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown would have been getting a lot of minutes, but Jason Tatum would not have been getting a lot of minutes. So it was a gift and a curse to the Boston Celtics last year by those two injuries that they had. Yes, Jason Tatum was able to come into his own, but it also created a clog, on the perimeter. They got a lot of guys on the perimeter. They're like perimeter, they got too many perimeter players, and all those guys are around about the same age. Now they had veteran players at some of those positions, and the veteran players were, kind of like towards the end of their career, and, they understand that the young guys are going to get more playing time, but that's not the case. The case is with the Boston Celtics is young guys are stepping over young guys for minutes and playing time and time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Jason Tatum, he worked out with Kobe Bryant over the summer, and we all know how Kobe Bryant approaches the game. You know what I'm saying? Get your shots up. You know what I'm saying? Get your shots up, and that's what Jason Tatum has been doing. But it's up to Brad Stevenson, man, to rein these guys in. They're gonna have make a lot of hard decisions, but I believe it's all gonna probably sort itself out because I believe Terry Rozier, I believe he wants his own team. And, I think they're going to have to package one of those young players, either a Jaylen Brown or a Jason Tatum. And most likely it's going to be Jaylen Brown. I believe Jason Tatum right now is better than Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying? And Jaylen Brown been in the league a couple years. So I believe Jason Tatum or Gordon Hayward is going to be one of the guys that they're going to have to trade because it's just a backlog. And they're going to have to get some of those guys. To me, they should package Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward in some of those draft picks and try to lure Anthony Davis out of New Orleans. That would be a great move. You know what I'm saying? Have Jason Tatum down low with Al Horford. Have Al Horford, Tatum, and Kyrie Irving. That'd be a good starting five. You know what I'm saying? It'll get some of those, you know what I'm saying, young players, out of there so they won't have so much, depth at two positions. Because at small forward and shooting guard, they got a lot of depth. But I want to see how it progresses. But I'm not one of those ones who are gonna say the Boston Celtics are a lock to go to the NBA Finals, simply because they have to start sharing that ball. They have to start moving the ball. If they do that, then they, you know what I'm saying, they virtually unbeatable in the East, because it's no team in the East that can hang with them talent wise if they play together as a team. So let me know what y'all think. I'm about to go finish looking at my Bulls game. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.